because he is stealing the show every weekend. It's not even weekdays. Every weekend, he dominates social media. Give the people what they want. And what they want is Angel Hernandez out of Major League Baseball because he is stealing the show every weekend. It's not even weekdays. Every weekend, he dominates social media. It doesn't matter what's going on. He can't even overtake a theft, bank fraud, blah, 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 betting scandal with Shohei Ohtani's interpreter. He's the top player in the freaking world. And Angel Hernandez still is trending over all of that. So here we go. Because this takes it to another level now. And there were a couple questions online saying catchers are game planning for this, right? AJ? I mean, he totally worked Wyatt Langford. So
but the
if
problem
you're setting up, aren't you just setting up like this and going, well,
you can't because you never know which Angel you're getting, right, Kratzy? Like you can be like, oh, Angel's really tight today. He won't call anything. And then there's a day like, who was it that said he had dinner reservations? I think it was the Rangers.
Ron Washington called Doug Eddings out for having a dinner reservation.
Yeah, no, but somebody in the Astro Rangers game said that about Angel. He has dinner reservation. I think it was the Rangers announcers. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you just don't know with Angel. Some days it'd be super tight, and the next day it'd be like this. My favorite was Schwarber. Remember when he got thrown out by Schwarber and he threw the bat and he goes, "They know you suck. We know you suck. The whole stadium knows you suck." Right? And it was like it was on Sunday Night Baseball. Hader punched him out. Like that was great. And I was obviously at the game on Saturday. And I went into the Rangers clubhouse and I talked to Langford and I said, "Man, you're a better man than I am." He's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "Dude, I would have been ejected so fast." He's like, "What can I say?" He's like, "I couldn't even reach those pitches." I was like, "You're a better man than me, brother."
Because he's a rookie, he can't say he doesn't feel like he can.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I didn't care if I was a rookie. My first game in the big leagues, I get rung out a pitch 7 inches off the plate. We got problems.
6.24 inches off the plate. You cannot it was the largest missed pitch on either side of the plate since they've started tracking pitches. And that's AJ already hit on it. You can't game plan. You game plan for a guy who has a zone that's consistently low, consistently tight, consistent. Like you can game plan for that kind of thing. You cannot game yes, the catcher who was I forget who was behind a dish, if it was Caratini or Diaz. You get that pitch, you get 6 inches off. Yes, awesome. The next day you're getting 0.99 points on your schedule. That's not good because that means he's going to miss pitches that are right down the middle too, which he did the week before with Trevino catching. You cannot game plan for something like that. But at some point when it's that egregious, and I said this before, somebody in MLB has to step up just to make sure we're being competitive in baseball.
Yeah, I want to ask a question I got a question for you two. Two questions. One, because I always wonder, and people at home don't know this about, and we see Angel, I mean, it's horrible. It's bad. I mean, constantly. But what I always wonder from the catchers, people don't know, Angel, he comes off as this really nice guy before hey, what's up, buddy? How's the family doing? What's going on? It's like, how did you guys handle that behind the plate? Did y'all just go, "Hey, Angel, just stop it, cut it out right there. Just leave that alone. Let's not even try to act like we're cool because we know you're going to screw me at some point in this game." And then 2, CB Buckner, Angel, Laz, who would you guys, if you had to have, if one of them, one of them got to go, who is it? Who's the worst of them all?
Man, CB. CB was the worst.
I got to add, right? Because people talk about Angel, but CB, man,
CB was the worst. And the whole Angel, nice guy thing, for years, I was always like, "Oh, hey, God bless you. How's your family?" And I hate small talk. If I'm going to be like, "Hey, how's your day?" I don't want you to be like, "Oh, good, just blessed." "Oh, okay, so why is it blessed?" You mean I have to expound on that? And I did that. I said that one day, and he was like, so I don't know if he's a nice guy or not because you don't get to know his personality at all when he's out there. I loved Laz. Laz and
awesome.
I love Laz, and I loved I'm thinking Lance Barrett, but it's not Lance Barrett. I did like Lance. He just retired last year. Big old. We had him on the show even.
Bro, was it Brian?
Teddy Barrett.
Oh,
Teddy Barrett. All those guys were in the bottom 5 for scores for numbers behind the plate. They would miss calls, 3 calls here, 3 calls there, 6 calls here. It's how you handled it. It's how you communicate with the guys, with the catcher, with the umpire. And I felt like CB and Angel, they couldn't communicate. There was no like connection there where you're like, okay, I feel it. You're working with me. You missed one. That's okay. Like, we're here together.
Yeah. I just always wondered. I appreciate that.
I never had a problem with Angel, surprisingly.
Yeah, but he's getting worse.
I think he is now. I never really had a problem with it. The only time I had a problem with Angel was when they called Burley for a balk, and Joe West called him for a balk. And he picked off Joe. And then the next time they kicked Burley out, remember he threw his glove up in the air and he got kicked out of the game in Cleveland, and Ozzie came charging out. Well, the next time we had on that crew was Angel and Joe West. So the next time Burley pitched, like, I don't know, a couple times down the road, we had that crew again. And I'm like, Mark, if you throw over, dude, they're going to call a balk. Just know. And some fast guy got over there. Mark had a great pick on him. He picked off everybody. And he gets over there, and Ozzie calls throw over, and I'm like, oh, boy. Call throw over, and he gives, like, the worst move in the history of the world. And I think Joe was at third, and Angel was behind the plate or whatever it was. And as soon as he picked up his leg and went to first, Angel's like, balk! And we're like, that was literally he, like, did the most deliberate, like, I'm going to first move just to see. Balk! And I'm like, Angel.
So they just targeted him.
They targeted him. 100,000,000%. And Angel did it to back up Joe West because he called a balk on him last time. So Angel's like, watch this. I'm going to show everybody. And we were laughing.
Joe.
We were just laughing. And we laughed about it because we knew. I'm like, if you throw over, they're going to – and he literally did the dumbest. He was like, I'm coming over. Whoa, like – and they're right away.
Yeah, see, that's where the game has to change. Like, you're actually rigging the game. You're not necessarily taking money for it, but you're rigging the game if you're doing that. If you're telling your buddies, oh, I'm going to have your back, I'm just going to call it whatever. The game is now rigged. So I do think we're at a point with Angel where the game is getting rigged. One day it's down the middle, it's a ball. The next day it's 6.5 inches off the plate, it's a strike. To me, he's not going to blow every single call, but he's doing just enough to take over and piss off the world and yet still have a job. It's really bad. Let's go to the call, too, that AJ was referring to on the Rangers broadcast.
Right zone. Whoa. Yeah, this is a shame right here. This pitch is well off the plate. 2-1. And, oh, my goodness. What in the world? My goodness. Are we trying? 2-2. You have got to be kidding me. This is just bad. 3 consecutive pitches well off the plate. Catcher's having to move the glove back a foot to try to frame that.
That's my dude, Dave Valley. I mean, guys, he has to turn his head this way to see the pitch. He has to turn his head to his right to see the pitch finish.
Listen, there used to be a thing when you were a rookie, Cam. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like it used to be a thing. Like you would get screwed by umpires. And they would tell you, all right, look, you're a rookie, dude. You got a veteran. You got some 10-year vet out there, and you'd get one a couple inches off the plate, and they'd be like, you'll get it eventually. But nowadays with the electronic stuff, they're not supposed to be able to do it, but certain people still do it and get away with it. What's funny is you look at this scorecard, and it says plus 2 runs for Houston. And Houston got their asses kicked in that game.
They did. But still, it could have been 2 more runs. And also, he was 78% called strikes. 78% accurate. You can't do that. You just can't do that. He's not a big league umpire anymore. Whether he's doing it on purpose or not, Cam. You can't do it anymore. Like, I can't believe we still have to talk about this. There has to be a way. The commissioner has so much power, yet he can't do anything, nothing to get rid of a problem. What's the line? Should Angel eventually go into a game and call every ball a strike and every strike a ball? Then will we do something?
You know, this is what bothers me the most, what we're not talking about. And, I mean, we live in the day and age of YouTube. It's everything's on social media. It's recorded. we're only talking about how bad he's been behind the dish. Dude misses stuff in the field all the time as well. It's not like he's just struggling behind the plate. How many controversial calls like the balk that AJ just alluded to, but there are calls constantly throughout the year in the field where he's messing up. And like you said, it can affect the game, honestly. And I'll tell you where it affects the game is, we talk about the mental aspect of it. Now with the game being sped up, Angel makes a bad call. Now a guy is all in his head. He's all frustrated. So now I have to calm myself down in the game that we try to speed up. So now I'm all discombobulated because I'm worried about this guy behind the plate if he can do his job right. So people don't even understand the element from a mental standpoint. They say the game is, 80% mental, 20% physical. Well, there you go. You have somebody messing with my mental in a game that's already difficult enough. So I think, at some point they've got to figure something out. He might have some envelopes or something somewhere, but we got to get Angel up out of there.
Yeah, just pay him to go away. It's such a stain on the sport at this point. It's like all people can talk about all weekend. We have 30 things to address. All people can talk about all weekend. And you're getting like all walks of baseball personalities. It's not just fans anymore. It's insiders. It's former GMs like our buddy Bowden. Undoubtedly, MLB needs to address the lapse of judgment of this level from an umpire. Embarrassing to the sport. Everyone is saying it. Everyone. I at least want an answer from someone with the league saying, hey, this is being addressed. We have to talk to him about it. Like, give me something. The silence, what is it? Silence is deafening or whatever. Mm-hmm. That you can't do nothing at this point.
They can't do anything, though. That's the problem because of the union. They can't do anything.
Then speak. Say that. Say that.
Put
it on them.
Plus, he already sued the league.
Say that. Say all that. That's the big part, that he sued the league, so they feel like they're going to have to pay him off if he gets let go. Like, what does that have to do with performance, though?
Yeah, but
Scott, you made a good point though. People, it gets bad when people that don't even watch baseball. And again, you're on X, I'm on Twitter, and I see people going, "I don't even watch baseball, and that's horrible. I'm not even a baseball fan, and that's atrocious." Like that's when it's becoming a problem. Like you said, when outsiders are starting to recognize what's going on as well. It's an issue.
Hey everybody, be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.